All right, we're gonna watch simulating a forest for 100 days. For 100 days. I watched one of these videos. I ain't feel like he go crazy, and look at how much uploads he has. It's only what, that's 10. I ain't feel like his content is so fire, bro. Oh my gosh.
100 days ago, this forest was nothing more than a graveyard. But with time, it evolved through rain.
Like, this is
and
so tough, bro. Like, his little experiments be so tough.
fire. Watch as empires rise and predators fall.
Why he talking like that, though? He's talking, whoa, how are you? Like that.
But the real question is, who can survive?
Who can't survive? Are y'all surviving
On
in the
day
wilderness? Let me know. Can y'all survive in the wilderness? No, y'all can't. Y'all are dying in the first 5 seconds. I can't lie.
One, the tank was built from dirt, a log, and a fox skeleton from head to toe.
That's an actual skelly, a fox skelly.
It may look barren now, but where there is death, there is life.
I wonder if y'all can even hear hear the outside, bro. The mowers, the lawnmowers.
The first plants began to emerge, and they overtook the landscape.
Okay.
There were animals, both big.
Yo, that's how a snail looked close up. Do y'all mess with that? I feel like it triggers some type of phobia inside of me. I can't lie. It triggers something inside of me. There's something about me looking at this snail that like gives me the ick.
And small. The snails were the earliest signs of life and spent most of their time eating. Everything was at peace. Though, this peace wasn't going to last for long. Plants were disappearing at an alarming rate, and not because of the snails.
Wait, did he plant these though? Did he plant like the insects, or did they just spawn?
Else was eating them. Something underground. Earthworms. They were taking over and destroying.
Yo, do earthworms just spawn? Like, do all worms just spawn? Like, do worms just spawn out of nowhere, or do they like lay eggs and make more worms? Like, I'm generally asking. I'm not stupid, bro. But I feel like worms is a type of animal that just spawn.
Every.
Hello? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Okay. Hold on, bro. I almost forgot about y'all YouTube. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean that, bro.
Predator. Meet the eastern worm snake. She is a master worm hunter, and hopefully she can keep their population in check. While this war was going on below ground, something magical began to grow above.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. They are one of the fastest growing species.
Yo, mushrooms dead used to scare me as a kid. But what low-key helped me, like, cope with mushrooms more was Super Mario. It's such a weird thing, but it's the truth.
On our planet, and snails have emerged to feed. These mushrooms were not the only life within the log. Inside, there lies the beginnings of an empire. This is a queen carpenter ant, and she is.
Yo, y'all should have seen the ant war. Oh my gosh, that was so nutty. The ant war was so calm.
Raising her first batch of young. Each one of these larvae is going to become a loyal worker to serve her empire. By day 21, the plants had grown dramatic.
Did someone knock on? I keep leaving y'all, bro. Every 5 seconds I had to.
There were now many forms of life, but could they live together? This slug, for example, had just laid a pile of eggs.
Oh, that's.
she has to stand watch.
Yo, y'all can't tell me all these types of little things are not aliens, bro. Like, why do they look like this, bro?
Because other animals were out to eat.
Like, these look like normal bugs. These look like normal bugs.
Yeah. Crickets.
But when you get a close up at like other insects, they look like straight up aliens, bro.
Were not only eating her eggs, but many of the plants too. Their population was quickly getting out of hand. They didn't have a predator. Until now. Here is a male and female jumping spider.
Oh, a jumping spider.
They make one deadly duo. After adding them into the tank, they began the hunt. The crickets have incredible eyesight, but
wait, crickets died to jumping spiders?
The spider's vision is even better. They have eyes on the front and back of their head. With only one bite, he is totally paralyzed.
Yo, crickets are so fodder, bro. You telling me you dying to a jumping spider? Yo, there's jumping spiders, y'all. If y'all had never seen one IRL, are like probably this big, and crickets are like my whole finger, and they're dying to something like this. That's bad.
It was
like, how do you die to that, bro? Like, actually, how do you die to that? How do you how does a cricket die to a jumping spider?
Time to enjoy her hard-earned meal. Now, life around the log did not go unnoticed. Inside, the queen's first worker had begun to hatch. The queen helped her emerge from her cocoon until she could stand on her own.
It's crazy. The ant queen literally, like, poops out her eggs, and her eggs are her slaves. She makes her own slaves.
6 feet. She was the first.
But they had to do what they gotta do to survive, though. They had to do what they gotta do to survive. But ants are low-key, like, one of the coolest things, though. If y'all watch that one video, oh my, y'all would get blown out your mind about how cool ants are, actually, bro.
Of many.
Yeah, what's good, bro?
By day 50, the tank was completely overgrown.
This is so calm. Bro, the lawnmowers outside, y'all probably are hearing get mad crazy. I'm gonna keep it buck. But it's like behind the mic, but still.
The plants were choking each other out. I needed something to eat them. Something big. Meet the spike plate millipede. These large herbivores should eat many of the plants. After adding them in, they took refuge deep in the undergrowth. They explored the tank, looking for a safe place to hide. This one had walked right past a web.
Oh.
A jumping spider nest. This nest was built with one goal in mind, to protect her young. For now, she closes off the door and seals herself in. Meanwhile, the slug eggs were about to hatch.
Oh snap! What do slugs do in nature? Like, what do slugs do? Like, what's the purpose of a slug? What do they help with the ecosystem? Like, are they just useless?
At this stage, they were completely transparent, and the
Are slugs the one that be in shells? No, those are snails.
babies were trying to find a way out. The first baby manages to break free, and soon the rest follow.
It's leaving behind like a
Clouds were
slimy,
rolling in, and all of the animals needed to hide. It could only mean one thing. It was about to rain.
It's crazy how good animal instincts are. Like, they could be raised domesticated, but not for dogs and cats. Either they still tap into their nature, or they fully gone on keep it bug. But for like small animals like this, like even the hamster one, I was surprised the hamster was able to do everything. I was like, what?
Many of the animals gathered after the storm for a drink. Even the worm snake made a short visit. By day 80, flowers began to bloom.
Nah, that's calm. That's calm. You have a tank with insects and you got flowers inside of it, that would look beautiful.
Despite their beauty, not all life was balanced. The jumping spiders were having trouble finding food as the ants were taking over. Inside their nest, an army was forming.
Those are some giant
I
ants,
needed
bro.
to stop them. It was time to introduce a new predator. Here is a group of scorpions, and not just any scorpion. These are wood scorpions. They have powerful claws and a venomous sting.
I hope they
So,
don't kill none of
it-
the jumping spiders, I hope.
It was time to add them into the tank.
Wait, if they have a venomous thing, why you have him in your hand with nothing, no protection? He's capped.
I carefully lowered them into the undergrowth. Most of the scorpions decided to take shelter. But this one had wandered into jumping spider territory.
Scorpion versus jumping spider, who y'all got? A scorpion versus a jumping spider, who y'all got?
He has no idea because he is nearly blind. His only option was to stand completely still. She's tasting him to see if he's food. As she begins to walk away, he moves. But it looks like he got away with it this time. That
Wait, why didn't the spider kill the scorpion?
mistake
She could have had free food right there, bro. What's she doing?
almost cost him his life. And soon, day faded to night and they re-emerged. They glow under ultraviolet light.
Yo, I know exactly why he be getting the. I peeped this because I watched this other video. He only get scorpions that glow in the dark. The only reason he do this is because he's scared. He's scared to go to bed and there's a scorpion right on top of him about to kill him with the venomous thing. I'm not stupid, bro. I know why he's doing that, bro. This is like his third time getting glow in the dark scorpions.
So they can recognize one another. In the shadows, there lived another mythical creature, the ornate harvestmen. They scavenge the dark terrain for whatever food they can find. By day 90, the dry
that's
season
nasty.
had come. There was no more rain, and the ground began to dry out. I carefully removed every last animal from the tank, but not for the reason you might think. Because on day 94, a dry thunderstorm was about to begin. A wildfire. It quickly began to spread.
Nah, this is calm.
Everything began to burn until every last
R6.
plant
I was just on R6, but I just hopped off. I killed a bug.
was gone. Or so I thought.
I feel like these type of videos be so satisfying.
From the ashes sprouted new life. The cycle was going to begin all over again and again.
Wait, that's not a real he said it's a earlier in the video he said that's like a fox skeleton. Don't they like decompose like in like 5 days or something like that?
And again. Here is another ecosystem I made.
So he's lying. Alright, YouTube. Bro, I ain't for a lot. That was a good video, though. That was a good video.